2, 3, Wait there. Sassy. Man, I'm pretty. Do the monkey with me. Come on. Hey there, baby. Yeah, whatever.
Hey mama. Hey guys! I had to start like that. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my channel if you're new. I am Danielle. Yes, I have my hoodie on again. And I do apologize because I am still a bit groggy. You know, I thought it would clear up by now, but it just wouldn't leave me. I am suffocating my own nose. But let's not stay on that subject. If you're new, if you haven't followed the series, it's not a catch-up series, but if you want to, you can go and check out some of my other videos. But this is a series where we kind of recreate some of Cartoon Network's most famous, most beloved, sometimes not most popular cartoons. Generally dating back to the 90s. But I mean, as we progress, I am going to start building more modern builds, or modern cartoons at least. And this week we are doing Johnny Bravo.
Hey mama. Oh yo mama.
And yes, that is the famous Johnny Bravo. He is a muscular, blonde-haired, buff, very self-assured, black shades, very full of himself character in this series. And that whole series was based around him, Johnny Bravo. Now he still lives with his mother, but he also has a very unconventional way. He's always on the lookout for women. Now he goes above and beyond the normal routine to pick up women. But generally, you know, all he does is he thinks about himself. So when he does approach a woman, it's always what makes her like him and why she should love him. And of course that is not in his favor, because most of the time he gets whacked over the head with a woman's purse. Now this whole series aired from July 1997 until August 2004, and it was created by Van Partible, as you guys can see on the screen right now. Now Johnny is accompanied by Carl, Pops, and little Susie. Now Pops kind of works at a restaurant. I don't know, I'm not sure if he actually owns the restaurant, but he works there and he gives Johnny life advice. And little Susie as well, she's like really sweet and innocent, and she really digs into the core of Johnny, and she's given him some really valuable life lessons. But she is still a child. But Johnny does see his mom, Pops, Carl, and little Susie as friends. Now, like I said before, I've watched this cartoon years and years ago, and those years, like I always say, I haven't watched it in the sense of knowing this is who made it, and this is who produced it, this is the background, blah 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 blah. We just all basically watched, or me basically watched cartoons because I loved it. And I can't say I remember everything, but I've also said I don't have necessarily the time to go and watch a whole series from start to finish. So I watched the first episode with the gorilla escaping, and of course there you can kind of see the picture and how the series plays out in general. Now the whole fascination about women started for Johnny about, you know, when he was a kid. Now his first love or love interest was Sandy. She kind of stood up to him when the bigger, more buff guys bullied him, and he kind of asked her out to prom, and he thought, you know what, given the fact that the other guys in the school were kind of buff and muscular, he should also buff up. And that is how it started. Now Johnny went into like full-blown muscular workout, everything you name it, he did it, and that caused him to get as muscular as we know him today. But of course Sandy stood him up, and I think that might be the reason why he was so fascinated about getting a date. But this whole series lasted about 4 seasons, and there are some mixed reviews about why it was cancelled. Some found it a bit unconventional for the modern world. Now I have spoken about the same topic the other night with my husband as I'm going through all these cartoons and kind of reading up about them and why they were cancelled, etc. And I think it does go along with modern parenting. If I say that, would I let my son watch it? It's 50-50. Would I want him to get the idea that that is how you pick up a woman or get a date or treat women in general? No, of course not. But I mean, we each kind of grow and react differently to what we lived in our childhood. For me, cartoons those years, if I take a look at now, you know, it might not be the most child-friendly cartoon. If I take a look now and think, wow, holy moly, that was child approved. Do I think it's bad? No, of course not. But I mean, that's me. And it also kinda, like I said, it's modern parenting. But the house changed over the seasons, of course. And with the series came comic books, DVDs, VHS tapes, toys and clothes. So Johnny Bravo is quite famous. And up until today, you still have that famous Yo Mama. I didn't have much problem with this build. As you guys can see, it was really quick. I also, like I said in my previous video, didn't find a lot of reference pictures. And even still, I did watch a few episodes. It still didn't give me enough picture of how the house looked inside. So it was basically, you know, what I got from snippets here and there in the few episodes that I watched. But really short and sweet. I forgot, it's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. And I hope your week has been fantabulous. And I hope your weekend is even better. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do for my next build, to be quite honest. There's a few builds that I still want to do, but like I said, I find it really hard to find pictures of the cartoons. I kind of mapped out the main cartoons that I want to do, but I hope to do them next week anyways. Somehow I always find a way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this build, kind of let me know what you think, what you remember from Johnny Bravo if you watched it, of course. What is your thoughts and opinions about cartoons those years ago? If you're not a parent, if you're a parent, it doesn't really matter. Would you have cancelled the series? But like I said, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. If you're not subscribed, like I always say, think about it. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And then I will see you guys next week Friday. Bye guys!